Do you consider yourself among the most elite class of modern society? Do you ever find yourself wondering how others survive without being as amazing as you? Then you must be a PlayStation Visa card holder. In all seriousness though, this video is about how you can really make the PlayStation Visa get more bang for its buck. This isn't a video where I'll go over all the benefits of what the card can do. I'll leave that up to all the other videos out there that never seem to really explain how you get the elusive 5 times points. The best way to maximize the benefits of this card really is only when you're using it to buy Sony products. You might say, even when I buy Sony products, all I get is the 1 times points. And that's because there are a few other steps that need to be taken to get the additional 4 times points that you're still missing. To figure out what those steps are, all you have to do is read the fine print. Well, maybe that's not all there is to it. Just as a heads up, all of the links to websites that I'll be sharing will be in the description below. I may not have entirely been joking when I said that we need to read the fine print. If we do, we find out that it says to receive your additional 4 points per dollar spent, you'll need to submit a Sony Rewards bonus points form. But before we get into the fun of filling out forms, do take note that it says that you can visit their website to find out about authorized retailers. If the retailer you want to buy a product from is not listed on this site, you may not be eligible to get the 4 times points. And don't just stop reading there, because further along you'll see that you'll need the Sony Rewards app to be able to access the forms you need to fill out to be able to get your points. Because if you don't, you might end up going to the Sony Rewards website, and if you head up to the top right and go to My Account, and go down to the bottom left and find bonus points form, then you'll get this message. Sony's really trying to make it easy for us to get those additional 4 times points. So head onto the App Store and search the Sony Rewards app. Once you have it, go ahead and open it up. Once you're logged into the app, just head down to the bottom right to the Profile tab. Once you're there, if you scroll down to the bottom of the page, you'll find a section called Points for Product Purchases. Select that. Once in there, you'll be prompted with a couple of options: bonus points and purchase credit requests, and review status of submissions. You're going to click on the top one so that you can first make a request. Then you'll be prompted with a page that asks you to submit a receipt. So you're either going to need a picture of your receipt or a digital copy from an online purchase. Once you've done that, you'll be greeted with a form that you need to fill out a handful of information about the retailer's name, when you purchased the item, and what the receipt says the total is in case you purchase multiple items. So for me, it's going to be Best Buy, and that's what I'm really going to use as my example. Things may look a little different if you bought something from a different retailer, but it should be around the same. Once you get to the Sony model name, you may need to look at some of the details on your receipt. They do give you a little bit of an example of what a model number will look like, but it can vary depending on the products. As for Best Buy's receipts, they list it out really clearly, saying the model and then listing the number next to it. Don't confuse this with the SKU number, as that's a different thing entirely. Once you've filled everything out correctly, you should be able to hit Continue, and it'll bring you to the finalization of your request. After that's completed, you should be able to go back to the page just before you made your submission, and check the tab that says Review Status of Submissions. Here, you'll know the status on if your request has been accepted or not. Should take around a day to 3 days. An additional thing to keep in mind is that you need to submit your request in less than 60 days after the purchase, or else you will not qualify to receive the additional points. There may be other reasons why your request may be denied, but they'll list that on the status page. If you followed the steps that were shown throughout this video, it should be pretty smooth sailing from here. Not necessarily the most straightforward way of doing things, and it seemed like it was really hard to find any resources that showed how this was done. So I hope this helped, and if it did and you enjoyed watching, please leave a thumbs up, and thanks for watching.